Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. And each morning we're going to be watching for percentages here. We want to see 90s, 95s, etc. These hundreds that don't have any volume, they probably had one trade and nobody else bought anything. So ignore these hundreds. Just look for the 90s, 85s, 90s, 95s in any of these columns. Once I see them, I will click on them. And then we'll come over here and check the current bar volume, which is the volume in this very last candle. We want to see this number really moving, high volume flow, something we can get in and get out of with ease. And you're not going to do that unless this number is really moving. We want to see these green bars popping up above this yellow average volume line. This tells us that there's more buyers coming in than normal. Also on the My Blessing indicator, we want to see it pointing north like this as the price is rising. This is a money flow indicator I generated, and it moves very quickly, so the money flow came into this stock really fast. Then it started leveling out. We have these labels up here, and we have a bubble here. There's a bubble that pops up that we want to see. It's green, and it's going to be saying the same numbers as you see over here. But we still want these numbers to be 95, 100, 90s. We want them to be really high before we click the button. So if only the 1 minute has a bubble, this square will turn green. If the 5-minute and the 15-minute charts also have a bubble, we will see all green up here. Just like you see all red now, but it'll be green. If you are a new trader, I highly suggest you trade on paper. Write down your entry, your exit, and your results while you watch these live streams each morning until you catch on. If you are profitable on paper, then change to real money, but trade small share size, anywhere between 1 and 10 shares. If you continue to be profitable with real money, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. I build indicators. I teach you how to use these indicators. And if you learn these indicators, you somehow magically learn how to trade. So make sure you reach out to the proper authorities. You could lose some or all of your money. Of course, I'm going to try to prevent that. But I can't click the mouse for you, but that's going to be on you. And in your active trader, your TIF needs to say EXT. That stands for extended hours. I'm currently going under some extreme weather conditions. I hope that doesn't knock the power out for the whole city, but we'll find out how it goes. Let me show you how my weather looks this morning. I'm right down there where it says League City on the coast. I'm about 5 miles from there near the water. So it's looking pretty nasty down here at the current moment. So if I just disappear, I didn't just cut you off, I lost power. We got about a minute and a half before our market opens at the top of the hour. And as usual, we have one run up just before it's our chance to trade. About a minute to go before the top of the hour. About 30 seconds to go. Well, I guess they couldn't wait on us. They're knocking those profits out already. Hopefully it doesn't fall when our market opens at the top of the hour, so don't just click the mouse. Make sure you're watching this money flow indicator right here. Let's see what happens, and here we go. Money flow pushing slightly upwards. Not a strong trend here. Watch out for sellers. We may not rip, but we might. These kind are very hard to make a decision on because we don't know if they're going to sell or keep buying. Watching that money flow line down there, they're kind of holding it up at the moment. Think I'm going to sit back on this one. I'm not going to take any chances. It's not running up like I want to see it. And then I'll regret it later after it's at $7.50 or $8. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Watching these dominator bars. These are buyers, the green ones. They are above the yellow average volume line. This is the trend here, the white line. This is also a trend indicator, but a much faster moving one. It's red. The money flow is red. We got a red candle appearing. They may not run it up any higher. Hopefully some more buyers will step in. We're watching for the next tall green bar here. That'll mean buyers are coming in to bring it up a little higher. It's trying to grow. Doesn't look like they're going to sell it off, so I don't believe there's a trap here. They would have already done it. Pushing it up higher now, $7.50. I still did not buy it. Was a possibility here to make about 50 cents if you trusted that when I said it doesn't look like they're going to sell it off. I didn't trust my own word, so I didn't get in. Just giving you my opinion. And then it spiked. It is a slow mover at this level. It's not driving up like I want to see it. I want to get in on the beginning of the battle, not the end of the battle. Good job, Owen. $50. Greg B, $247. You guys are braver than I am. Might be more to come here. It's not laying back yet. My blessing indicator is rolling over. It is getting weak. Still not selling off. It's got a good solid footing. A little bit of profit taking going on. The indicators are now turning red. We do have a red bubble up here of sellers. And we go back to green. Good job, Doc. Tony B. I wish they could have waited about 5 minutes before they ran this thing up. Was a nice run from $3 all the way up to $7. All the way over 100%. Profit taking going on now. Good job, Rosebud, $448. A, $36. Good job, Ghost Win. I will always give my opinion on these stocks, but don't let my opinion talk you out of it if you see different. I'm just a very cautious trader because I trade large lot sizes, and you may be trading smaller sizes, and my opinion would not count for you. Good job, Tony and YouTube and GhostWin. All right, a few more buyers coming in, watching the money flow here. Let's see if they can push it up towards this level and push this level higher. Need a tall green dominator bar coming in for the push. And it failed. It immediately went back down. That doesn't mean it's over. Could have just been somebody else waiting to get out. My blessing indicator is going south. It's probably getting a lot weaker than when we first saw it. Good job, Greg R. at 748. Done for the day. Greg R., what are you going to do if another one comes up? This one's going into consolidation. And if you don't know what that means, it's probably going to track sideways for a while, but it may drop if they sell it off or rise later if they buy some more. Going to look at another one here. That one is NCEW. This one is TOVX. Not looking too healthy. It does have some volume flow, but they've already run it up. It's been all over the place. I don't trust stocks that look like this on a chart. PLTR moving. Let's take a look at it. I was expecting AMD to be on the list this morning. PLTR pushing up slowly. Not enough volume in this one to keep the push going. It may be a slow crawl to the upside. TOVX took off. It can take off. I didn't like the start of this one. Good job, Autumn Rain and Terry. Terry with 1,023 on this stock. He's already in and out. Autumn Rain in and out. $150. Watching these bars, a taller bar means they're coming in strong. As long as these indicators are pointing north and they're green, we are all green everywhere. That's really all you need to look for. Is everything green? Watching this bar grow taller. These are volume, right? The taller this bar, the more volume. When it's green, it's buyers. When it's red, it's profit takers or sellers. Got tall wicks up here developing. That means there's a lot of sellers up here in the top side, so be very cautious. It's already selling off hard. I didn't like this chart to start with. I'm kind of glad I stayed out of it. Kind of sad I didn't make the money, but it's okay. I don't have to make anything up. Good job, up 2 cents with 2 trades on NCEW and 1 trade on TOVX, all 3 green trades. Good job, my brother. Well, thank you, Lord. What a start, right? Of course, I didn't get a trade in yet, but what a start for you guys and gals. This one a bit too volatile for me. Definitely getting weaker. Don't see another run coming up anytime soon on TOVX. Unless they can turn these indicators around and start bringing in the buyers. Watching these scans, this is the 2 most important ones up here. Watch for 90s, 85s, 90s in these columns for the next mover. This one's selling off. All of the indicators are pointing south. I see OSCR, $16 stock. Needs a lot higher volume, but you already said that. You can watch this magic scan over here too. It's a little bit simpler than watching all of these things flash before your eyes. You see this one over here, this scan's watching for the last 30 minutes. for anything that's moving. They may pop up here just as well as they will pop up over here, or maybe even down here. $15 in. Some of you've already made a couple of $100. Like within the first 5 minutes, you made a day's pay. Hopefully, I'm back on YouTube now. Anyone on YouTube hear me? Thank you for that confirmation. I'm going to give it another try. If it keeps going out, I'm going to give up for the morning. I'd rather save the equipment and try again another day. TOVX. My screen don't look quite right for some reason. I hope I didn't damage one. I do DaVinci, but it only gives me enough time to shut down properly. I can't run this much equipment on a battery backup. I'm running all kind of stuff over here. One more attempt. Get everything back in order. Duvon, I like to see them I like to catch them early as I can so I don't limit myself. I don't want to catch them when they're already running. I like to keep the numbers low so I can watch them move, possibly get into them sooner. Plus, you're kind of limited in toss on what you can do. They don't give me 100% control. Crawdaddy, we were doing good. I got knocked out by the weather here. Just got back in. I saw the lightning flash in the window and an immediate boom, so it was really close. Whoever said your magic scan wasn't only had two stocks in it, there is my magic scan over in the premium side. If you want to match it up to mine. GPUS spiking up. Looks like it's already had a previous run, but very weak. You can see the dead spots between the candles. I'm not even going to think about getting into a trade because the power could go out on me. So we'll watch it. I'll just watch for today. I'm on the coast of Texas, right down there by Galveston. Huge storm. This is what I'm going through right now. I'm down there where you see the Galveston Bay in the League City area. That's what's happening. Da Vinci, yeah, if you want to spend that kind of money, go ahead, send it to me, brother. Just in the last 30 days, I've spent over 40 grand on this streaming software, servers, and all kind of stuff. But if you want to help me out with my budget, you're welcome to. Not seeing anything currently moving. I'm running a 7 gig commercial connection down here. Really pushing the power out. Yeah, I've had several recommendations. Well, why don't you go through a data center? They don't lose power. Well, if I lose power to the data center, I'm still out. So that doesn't work. Da Vinci, you're probably unaware, but we've been building a website. I've ordered streaming servers so I don't have to pay monthly rental fees. I've upgraded to commercial internet connections. I've spent quite a few bucks over the last several months. Your Powerwall suggestion sounds good, but it's not in the budget at the moment. And then you get a Powerwall, and every 5 years, it's going to cost you everything you save to replace the batteries. Not seeing anything spiking at the moment. Looks like I lost my scans too. I'm looking at the wrong scan up here. Where did it go? Now we're back to normal. No thank you, nature therapy films. I'd rather take a hurricane than an earthquake or a mudslide or a forest fire. Beautiful country where you are, but I'll take the flatland and the hurricane. At least I can run for mine and know where it's located. TLVX is in consolidation. Greg B., I think it's going to be a rough day for us. At least a half a day anyway. BBG, I think it's hitting the entire coastline. They say it's going to sit on us for a few hours. A whole house generator is probably my next purchase. But they're not cheap either. Quiet morning now. I missed all the excitement because of the rain. TOVX poking its head above water. $84% is the highest I've seen so far. We want to see 90s, 95s. I'm watching this bubble. They are now taking a little bit of profit. $100%, 90%. Can they push it? Let's see if they will. Watching these dominator bars grow tall. Pushing up slowly. Looking weak. Not a strong run upwards. Definitely needs more buyers. We're only at 72% and dropping. Good job, Terry. So if you're just popping in, we've already had one power failure. If I just disappear, I'm going to shut it down for today. We are going through extreme weather. I don't want to spend more money for more equipment. So if we go out again, I'm going to shut it down. I won't be trading. I'll be calling them out. I don't want to get into a trade and the power goes. West Texas is the wrong direction for rain. Everything coming to Texas usually moves down the coast or up towards New York, Tennessee, Carolinas. I've been to Big Bend a few times, done some four-wheeling out there. Thank you, Yatu. Good to see you this morning. AMD making a small move off of the bottom. I actually thought this stock would be the runner this morning. GPUS. I'm thinking this stock is just don't know where it wants to go. It's been moving several days now. Volume extremely low, not tradable. FRGT looking up from the bottom. Volume is not moving. MG, it gets like that down here on the coast. I think the reason my screens look blurry to me is the internet is not quite right. I just did a speed test. It's down a little bit. Actually, it's down a lot, more than 50%. Maybe they got hit too. PHIO. PHIO spiking up here, 240 so far. We're a little bit late on it. I don't know why it wasn't in my scans. Well, it is, but was under my radar. Watching the indicators, they don't look good as far as my blessing. The money flow is down at the bottom trying to look upwards. There goes the money flow. They're pushing it up a little. Tall green dominator bar. Let's see if they'll keep pushing here to get it up there higher. My trading finger wants to click the mouse. I'm having to move it away. Pushing up higher now, 260. Good call out, YouTube. Little spike there up to the 257. Let's see if they'll keep pushing. Watching the indicators, they all look good. We got a green bubble. We need it to be up in the 90s. There we go, pushing a little higher, 267. Take profit on these spikes. Don't risk it. Sell some of your shares if you think it's going. Hang on to a few if you think it's going to keep going. But always sell when they spike up to a high. Lock some of that money in. Don't let it get away from you. Money flows turning around. See if the buyers keep it going. All we're seeing now is profit taking. Doesn't mean it's going to sell off, but it could. Good job, Terry, at 335. I guess it's Aaron. All I see is the A. I'll just say Aaron at $42. The other Aaron R at 30. Greg B at 110. Milo at $400. Doc Watson 93. U4 got 10 bucks. Good job, brother. $10 buys a popsicle. D at 180. Thank you, Goldfinger, if you called it out before YouTube called it out. I don't know who was first, nor do I care as long as we were on it. That was all I could think about. I seen it on both sides. Robert, try refreshing your screen. I should not be delayed anywhere. Might be on your end. Slots for fun. I have a 15-minute setup that is dynamite. But we had so many traders used to trading the 1-minute chart, I decided to create this label so that I would know if the 15-minute is green right here by watching this label. So I'm watching the 1-minute, 5-minute, and 15 while I'm on the 1-minute chart. Thank you, Soul. PHIO selling off. Hopefully everybody took their profits. You are out of it and not watching your money disappear. GPUS slowly grinding upwards. Volume is not quite there for scalping. It's kind of like a buy and guess right now. You'll be guessing if it's going to continue. Mr. P says he couldn't get out with only 300 shares. Mr. P, which stock was that? TOVX? PHIO? GPUS, a few buyers came in just then. We don't have the volume flow that we need, though. It is moving. It looks like it's picking up a bit now. Want to see a tall green bar here with no red in it. Want to see this money flow line turn around and go north, and this indicator as well. All right, YouTubers, your time is up, but I'm going to take it to 5 minutes after the top of the hour, see if something else pops up. Try to give you one more shot at it, just in case something does. And then I got to shut it down. If you like what you see, hit the like button for me on these videos. Make YouTube buy my coffee. If you are interested in joining us, there's a label at the top of the chat, white and yellow. You click that, join our Discord, hit the upgrade button. It will explain to you how to join us. Hope you made a little bit of money this morning. It looks like you did, but you didn't post your profits for me. I like to see profits in the chats. So on the premium membership side, you get 60 plus custom scans like these. You get 30 plus custom indicators like these. You get me streaming 4 hours a day, 5 days a week when there's no holiday. You get Milo, Aaron, and Amadeus holding live streams once or twice a week, sometimes 3. Depends on how excited Milo gets. So lots of training, lots of help. We have a fantastic support department to help you get set up. So come join our community. The more stock traders we have looking at the same charts and buying the same stocks, the higher they drive, especially in pre-market where there's hardly any volume. We'd love to have you on board. I appreciate you joining me this morning. So about 5 after, I'm going to have to cut the YouTube stream. You are welcome, soul, and everybody. About 30 seconds before the top of the hour. NBIS. Checking the volume. Chart looks really good, but there's no buyers here. Good job, slots for fun. All right, let's see what the top of the hour has. See if something pops up. Scans are refreshing. Don't forget the Fed opens his mouth today at around 2:30, I think the time is. It may keep the market down all day long in anticipation of what he's going to say. Hopefully it doesn't, but it could. ZVSA. Under $1. Currently profit taking going on. All of the indicators are red. It's going in the wrong direction. Good job, U4. Yeah, this clock is an add-on. See you later, Stack and Loot. You have a blessed day. TOVX looking north at the moment. Still consolidating, though. Needs to break that level. Really hard for me not to click the button, but I can't do it because of the weather. Not going to risk it. These things pull down too fast. If the power goes out, by the time I find the cell phone to get out of it, I'll probably lose. Pushing up slowly. Watching the indicators. Needs to get above that line and stay up there for the run. Peter, I have one ordered with the new server. Just not here yet. But None of them keep you alive very long. They only give you time to get everything shut down. Would get me out of a trade, hopefully. This commercial system I got, if I wasn't totally gone earlier, like when my power went out on the commercial side of it, within the router, if the internet goes down, the router automatically switches over to the mobile networks to keep me going a little bit longer. So even if I lose the fiber, it'll switch over to mobile. All right, YouTubers, I gave it my best shot. Apologize for the outage, but there's nothing I can do to control that. Thank you for joining me this morning. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that label at the top if you want to join us as a premium member. And if you do, only sign up for 1 month at a time. We will be moving over to volumespikes.com. I'm getting everybody off of Discord. And I won't tell you how much I hate it, but there's reasons. But thank you for joining me this morning. God bless you all. I'll be back live on YouTube on Friday. I am out.